Hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about all the important indexes that were released in 2025. I'm sure you must have come across different types of indexes like Global Hunger Index, WordPress Freedom Index, etc. So these are the things we are going to discuss. So we'll discuss in detail about India's rank, who comes up with the report, and who has got rank 1. Okay, so these are the things we'll be discussing it in today's class. So let us begin, because these are generally asked in the exam, and that is why I have decided to take this class. So let us begin with the first question. So the first question says, which of the following released human development report? So which comes up with actually human development index. This is very, very important. And if you know the answer, I'd be very happy to know it in the live chat. If you know the answer, please answer me in the comments. So basically, the right answer actually to this question is UNDP, United Nations Development Program, comes up with Human Development Report, which mentions Human Development Index. So B is the right answer to this question. If you are interested to know more about United Nations, you can watch our classes. This is available on the Law Entrance channel about United Nations, because UNDP is actually one of the specialized agency of United Nations, and it is headquartered in New York, USA. So sometimes these are asked in the exam, that where is the headquarters of United Nations? So the answer is New York, USA. Next is, which of the following is not the dimension in Human Development Report? So basically there are 3 dimensions or parameters, I would say, that are taken into account while calculating the human development score of a country. So basically it does not mention women's representation legislature. So there are 3 things. First is long and healthy life expectancy, what we call, and they come up with life expectancy index. Similarly, knowledge, or which they calculate with the help of expected year of schooling and mean year of schooling. So that's called as education index. And GNI per capita means gross national income. Per capita means per person. In PPP mode, that is purchasing power parity mode. Okay, in dollars. So these 3 are calculated. Like all these 3 indicators are taken into account while calculating human development index. Actually, there's a cube root is being taken. So it's actually a cube root of life expectancy index, education index, like this, and then GNI index, right? And then they calculate the HDI score, and accordingly, the ranks are calculated. So you should just know these 3 dimensions and who releases it. So UNDP releases this report. Okay. So the next question is, what is India's rank in the latest Human Development Report? 131, 134, 130, 132. So it has been released in 2025. So it becomes very, very, very important. Star market. Because Human Development Report does not come every year. So this year it has been released, and that's why it is very important. The right answer is option C, 130. So this was the report, Human Development Report 2025. And this was the theme of that report. A matter of choice, people and possibilities in the age of AI. Okay. You can see who has got rank 1. So the country that has got rank 1 is Iceland. And the country which has got 130th rank is India. Okay. So actually the value is of 2023 technically. Okay. So if the report says instead of 2025, if it is written 2023, then also you can go for this. You have to understand it that, okay, they are asking of 2023 year, but the report came in 2025. Okay, so this is Human Development Report 2025. It will mention, or they will write that HDI score based on the year 2023. This is how they can ask the question. So you don't have to get confused. That is how you should be knowing. So India has got 130th rank. India ranks 138 out of 193 on Human Development Index in 2023. So you have to understand it here. 2023 is actually the report came in 2025, but it was calculating for the year 2023. Okay. So don't worry, they will not ask the previous one. So if they will ask 2023, you have to understand it. They are talking about this year report, right? No need to get confused. Now, the idea of Human Development Index was released by whom? So it was actually released by a Pakistani economist, Mahbubul Haq, as well as the idea was given by a Pakistani economist, Mahbubul Haq, as well as Amartya Sen, actually. So these 2 you should be knowing about it. Sometimes these are asked in the exam. And now the report is released by UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program. Okay. Let's move on. Now, the next question is which country has got rank 1 in latest Human Development Index 2025? So the right answer actually is Iceland. Just we have discussed it. So D is the right answer to this question. Let's move on to the next important index, and that is Henley Passport Index. So this index tells the strength of the passport of a country. How strong is the passport? So if our passport is strong, what will happen? This will actually lead to, this will ensure that we will travel to more places without visa if we are having an Indian passport. Okay, that is what the idea is. It is released by Henley and Partners from England, UK. So this year we have got 85th rank. T is the right answer to this question. You can see it here. So basically India has got 85th rank and we can travel to 57 visa-free destination. Okay, so if you see it, if you scroll down, you will find here also that is mentioned. Rank in 2025 and access. So Singapore is rank 1. 193 country you can travel without visa if you have Singapore passport. When it comes to India, 85 rank we have got, India has got, and 57 places we can travel visa free. Okay, the next is which country has got top position in Henley Passport Index? I have just told you, and I hope that you should be answering it in the live chat. The top position is Singapore. Just we have discussed that Singapore has got a rank 1 with 193 countries access. Okay, that is what you should know. Let's move on. Yes, so if you are interested to know more about Henley Passport Index, you can read it. London-based organization, country of origin UK. So that tells us the strength of the passport. The next is Global Innovation Index 2025. So what is India's rank in the latest Global Innovation Index 2025? 40, 132, 151, 38. Global Innovation Index talks about ranking the countries on the basis of how much they promote the innovation in their country, right? So India has got 30th rank. So in 2025, we have got 30th rank. Okay, so the right answer is D. D is the right answer to this question. And the next question is which country has got rank 1 in Global Innovation Index 2025? Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Singapore. The right answer is option A, Switzerland is the right answer to this question. A is the right answer to this question. Okay. And India has got 38th rank. You can see it here. The next is which organization releases Global Innovation Index 2025? WIPO, UNDP, World Bank, IMF. What is the right answer? Global Innovation Index is released by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. That is what you should know. So A is the right answer to this question. Okay, you can see it here. Even it was written here also in the report. If you see, this is the Global Innovation Report. Here it is talking about WIPO, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. Okay, it is also one of the specialized agency of United Nations. The next is what is India's rank in Global Happiness Report 2025? 118, 132, 126, 129. What is the right answer? India's rank. So World Happiness Report 2025. So India has got 118 rank. So the right answer is option A. 118 is the right answer to this question. Okay. There it is. Out of 147 in World Happiness Report. And it is released on 20th March, which is the World Happiness Day. I'm sure you must be aware of this. Okay. And who has got rank 1? So rank 1 is actually Finland has got rank 1. The next one is which country has got rank 1 in World Happiness Report? I have just answered you. So hopefully you should be answering it in the live chat. The right answer is option A, Finland. Option B, right? Finland is the right answer to this question. That is what you should be knowing about. Now, yes, you can see it here. World Happiness Report, Finland. Okay, one more thing you should be knowing is about the organization that releases this report. World Happiness Report 2025 is released by which organization? And here actually it is mentioned. The report always, like the first page of the report mentions about these things. World Happiness Report 2025 released by Gallup, Oxford University Wellbeing Research Center, and UN Sustainable Development Solution Network. So that is what you should be knowing. So these are the organizations that releases World Happiness Report. Okay. So these are the basic things you should be knowing about. Yes. Now, one more thing this question is also being asked, that the idea of World Happiness Index, or the idea was started by which country? So basically, it is mentioned in the Constitution of Bhutan. Basically, the reason is we say GDP, gross domestic product, and many other things we use to calculate, or Human Development Index is used to calculate measure the or compare the countries and how developed they are, or how etc. and all. But now there is no guarantee that if someone is rich or the GDP is good, then that country will be in happiness, right? So that is why the country of Bhutan decided to come up with the concept of gross national happiness, which they have mentioned in the constitution, and this has been taken at the international level or made World Happiness Report based on that idea. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. Now let's move on to the next one. Democracy Report 2025 is released by Time Magazine, VDem, Forbes Magazine, The Economist. What is the right answer to this question? So Democracy Report 2025 is released by VDem from Sweden. So B is the right answer to this question. You can see University of Gothenburg, Sweden releases this report. And according to Democracy Report 2025, India is considered as what? Electoral autocracy, electoral democracy, liberal democracy, closed autocracy. What is the right answer? The right answer is option A, electoral autocracy is the right answer to this question. Okay, you can see, so according to VDem Institute, India is an electoral autocracy and it is under autocratization. That is what they have said. And India has got rank 100. So rank can also be asked. 100th rank in this, in liberal democracy index. That is how they have categorized. So these are their categories: closed autocracy, electoral autocracy, autocratic gray zone, democratic gray zone, electoral democracy, liberal democracy. So if you go from left to right, the democracy increases. The idea of democracy. That is what you should know. So according to them, Denmark has got rank 1 and India has got 100th rank. This is what according to VDem Institute reports. The next one is, what is India's rank in Corruption Perception Index? This is also asked in many exams. Corruption Perception Index 2024. So it is asking about perception of a people, right? So they do some sort of survey where they find out, ask people an opinion about whether corruption is there in their country or not. So the right answer here is 96. So the right answer is B. So this is what you should know. So India ranks 96 out of 180 countries in Corruption Perception Index. Denmark has got rank 1, right? In corruption perception. It means it is the least corrupt nation according to the perception of the common people. And last year it was 2023. I mean, in 2023, it was 93 rank. So no need to remember the 2023 rank. You have to remember 2024 rank, which got released in February this year. Okay, that is what you should know. The next is, which organization releases Corruption Perception Index 2024? Now you have to tell me the name of the organization that releases this report. Anti-Corruption Watch, Transparency International, World Bank, World Economic Forum. The right answer is option B, Transparency International. It is a UK-based NGO, human rights NGO. So B is the right answer to this question. So out of 190 countries, they rank countries. The next is, what is India's rank in Global Hunger Index? Very important, because we have seen multiple times this question is being asked at different occasions. That's why I'm saying Global Hunger Index 2025. 108, 111, 153, 102. So the right answer is India has got 102 rank. So where is 102? Option D. Please remember it. This is very important. Hunger index is very much asked, very much in the news. So that's why you should know. Okay. So basically, this is 102 score. And these are the four parameters that are taken into account. So this is extremely alarming. Then this is alarming. This is serious, moderate, and low. So we are in yellow category. It means we are somewhere here in serious category, according to Global Hunger Index. So here it is. The India's score is 25.8 GHI score, I would say. And we are in serious category. The next is, which of the following is not one of the indicators of Global Hunger Index 2025? Undernourishment, child stunting, child wasting, life expectancy. What is the right answer to this question? So the right answer is life expectancy is not calculated. We have already shown you. There are four indicators. I have just told you. Here it is. So undernourishment is there. The other three are related with child. Under 5 mortality, that is if a child dies under 5 years of age. Child wasting and child stunting. Okay, so these four you should be knowing. And then how GHI score is calculated. Undernourishment, child stunting, child wasting, child mortality, and GHI score is calculated. Final GHI score. So just remember it that these are the four parameters that are taken into account while calculating the Global Hunger Index. The next is Global Hunger Index 2025 is released by which organization? If you know the answer, please tell me in the live chat. I'll be very happy to know. So Global Hunger Index 2025 is released by these organizations: Concerned Worldwide, Wealth Hunger Health, organization based in Germany, and IIFT, Institute for International Law of Peace and Armed Conflict. So these organizations, three organizations, are responsible for coming up with Global Hunger Index. Okay. Please remember it. Sometimes I have seen this type of questions being asked. The next is, what is India's rank in Global Peace Index 2025? 116, 129, 109, 115. What is the right answer to this question? India's rank in Global Peace Index 2025. The right answer is 115. T is the right answer to this question. Global Peace Index, India has got 115th rank. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. The next is, which countries are the top in Global Peace Index 2025? So we have got 115th rank, and rank 1 is with Iceland. So generally Scandinavian countries are at the top. Nordic and Scandinavian countries generally are at the top when it comes to these things. Okay, so B is the right answer. Let's move on. The next is Global Peace Index 2025 is released by which organization? So if you know the answer, please write in the live chat. The right answer is IEP, Institute for Economic Peace. Global Innovation Index released. Main headquarters is actually in Sydney, Australia. Okay? So you should know it. The name itself says Institute for Economic Peace, so Global Peace Index. The next is, what is India's rank in Global Gender Gap Index? Very, very, very important. Star market. 127, 129, 131, 141. What is the right answer? Global Gender Gap Index. The right answer is 131. So earlier we had 129, but we have got 2 places down to 131. Okay, that is what you should know. The next is, now this is also asked, which organization releases Global Gender Gap Index? Again, I'm star marking it because these are very important ones. IMF, International Monetary Fund, World Economic Forum, World Bank, European Union. So the right answer is World Economic Forum. B is the right answer to this question. Global Gender Gap Report, World Economic Forum releases. Okay. Next is, which of the following is not? So you have to be very careful. So this that's why it's tell you whether you are attempting a GK exam or any other exam, you have to be very careful when reading the question paper, because a slight misread will lead to another answer, right? That is why it's very important. Which of the following is not one of the parameter of Global Gender Gap Index 2025? So basically, the right answer is, it is there, this one is there, this one is there. Participation in sports is not there. C is the right answer to this question. Economic participation and opportunity, educational attainment, health and survival, political empowerment. C is the right answer. The next is which country has got rank 1 in Global Gender Gap Index 2025? So rank 1 is actually Iceland again. So Iceland has got rank 1 in Global Gender Gap Index and even in Peace Index also. World Peace Index released by Institute for Economic Peace. Right. So you have to be very careful. These things are very much asked. Right. So India has got 131 rank in this. So we have discussed about Peace Index little back, I think. Yes. Here we have discussed Iceland getting rank 1. Let's move on. Yes. Global Gender Gap Index. Iceland has got rank 1. India has got 131 rank. Very important. Very, very, very important. In Global Gender Gap Index. The next is what is India's rank in World Press Freedom Index. Very, very important. Actually, 3rd May is celebrated as World Press Freedom Day. And on this occasion, World Press Freedom Index 2025 was released. So India has got 151 rank. Very, very important. Star market. B is the right answer to this question. Okay, India has got 151 rank out of 180. The next is which country has got rank 1 in World Press Freedom Index 2025? What is the right answer? So basically, this is the option. The answer is actually Norway. Sorry for the option. Yes, here you can see. Norway has got rank 1. India has got 151 rank. Okay. So we are ending this class here. One more thing I want to highlight is about who releases this report. Who comes up with World Press Freedom Index? So the organization that releases it's called as Reporters Sans Frontières. This is actually a French-based organization. So sans in English is also called as without, and frontiers means border. So it is also called as Reporters Sans Frontières or Reporters Without Borders. Both are same thing. So this is a French-based NGO. Okay, so that's why it says RSF, but it writes Reporters Without Borders. So it is Reporters Sans Frontières or Reporters Without Borders. French, Paris-based organization. Okay, so these things have to be crystal clear. So I hope you have enjoyed the session. Please subscribe to the channel, press the like button, share this video. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching.